everyone, welcome back to Pwn TV. Thank you for tuning in today. In my previous Final Fantasy XI video, I kind of went off the deep end about an exploit in the game that was really affecting the economy, and it has since been resolved, so I thought I would make a video to show you the resolution. We have here a message from Square Enix. The red text is just a note I put because I was being funny. I do think a lot of people should have been banned for this. Square Enix says there's a current known issue on November 12th. This started the morning of November 11th, so you know they've been looking into it by the time they wrote this. We have confirmed an issue with the question mark D8 located in Rulude Gardens. As such, the question mark has temporarily been removed and will be notified once the issue is resolved. We sincerely apologize for the inconvenience. This issue was resolved in the emergency maintenance period. This is a note they added to this afterward. So the emergency maintenance period was another, and they posted another thing on their forum about that. It's not this particular thing. There's like 3 new posts related to this. This is just the one that kind of shows you the outcome. So they were notified of the issue, and then they had an emergency maintenance looks like the night of November 13th, so about 48 hours after the exploit started running rampant on the servers. Not just Azure server, by the way. As far as I understand it, the person who created this exploit came from a different server, and they brought their character here to have the most impact when they introduced it to the wild. Okay, so that's the story as far as I understand it, okay? That player's been dealt with, I'm sure. And of course, they've returned the NPC question mark back to its original place, and so now we can all rejoice because we all have our NPC working correctly and not delivering everyone infinite beastmen medals and kindred medals as it was doing the other day. Which means interacting with that NPC will not get you banned anymore. Hooray! Now, on the downside, of course, there is a huge amount of medals that are still on the server because, believe me, this is really hard for anyone to track, so all the duped medals are probably not all dealt with yet. So I would probably still leave the auction house alone for a couple of days until everything is back the way it was before. I'm certain, after having played around with fixing this glitch in the last 48, 72 some odd hours, Square Enix probably fixed this as soon as they knew what the issue was. It probably only took them a couple lines of code to fix this issue, so that would have only been a handful of minutes, maybe an hour at most to fix that issue, but you had to research it, and so they spent several days researching it, and thank you so much for doing that, Square Enix. If you're watching this, I really appreciate your team getting together last minute and coming up with a solution and not just throwing it out there and hoping it works, but actually doing some research and checking into everyone's history to see what everyone's doing and make sure everyone's using the exact same exploit and there's not a second one running around or anything crazy like that. So I appreciate that. As a gamer, I want to play a game that's not broken, and this game is definitely not broken. We have a really strong development team. We've had this really strong development team for a decade plus now, and these guys know what they're doing, so I'm really glad to pay them every month to keep their server online, because this is a fantastic game, right? Fantastic game. So that's really all I had to talk about. I thought I'd come in here into my mog garden and play around while I filmed this. And we'll check out my pets too. They've been doing pretty good. They've not been abusing any exploits. Shame on you, by the way, if you were abusing those exploits. I mean, do what you want, but like, don't affect everyone else. Come on, that's so stupid. That's gonna make so many people mad, right? I think I have to yell at this one because he's orange. Yeah, Blazing Worm, yell at him. He loved that. I can't really interact with the Behemoth or the Score Moth or whatever it is. Yeah, Score Moth. Yeah, it's very rare, like 1% chance that if I pet him, he likes it. And I've only ever been able to do it one time, I think, maybe twice, but I've had him for years. He doesn't like being interacted with. The only way I was ever able to successfully interact with this guy was when I pet him after I fed him several days in a row. I kept giving him meat several days in a row until those notes were love marks, and when they were love marks, then I petted him the following day, and he liked it. Alright, so like that's probably the best I'm ever going to get out of that guy. He's just a very ornery behemoth, come on now. He's not happy to be here. Trump, on the other hand, Trump loves being here. He's very happy. He needs to give me some love notes too. Maybe I'm feeding him the wrong thing. He just evolved, so he's probably got a better food that he likes now. Doing pretty good. Heck dies. I only got him for the magic cheer effect. It was like I think it's a magic attack or magic defense, something like that. I just didn't have it, and I thought maybe it would come in handy against certain content, so I grabbed it. But I still use my regular cheer effect in this game, the one that I like the most. I'll show you guys what that is in a moment. I think this guy likes being yelled at. He used to like being slapped, but then he evolved, so I think it's yell now. Yeah, it is. Okay. Scream at him because he's got all those eyes to hear you scream. Alright, what else do we got? I think I already yelled at Crimmy, but I didn't feed him. Crimmy likes water. He's very simple. Very simple. And I think... Oh, that's Tom, sorry. Crimmy, on the other hand, the purple one, the lunar worm. I think he actually gives me the love notes when I usually give him this, but it's been a while, so he probably doesn't like me anymore. Probably very mad. I don't see the notes. I'm too close to him. I can't see the notes. Oh, it was just music notes. Yeah, so he's just not happy because I haven't been here in a while. Whatever, Crimmy, I've had shit to do. Bro. He likes to be pet. He really likes that. Alright. So that's everybody. Everybody is taken care of. So you can come over here and change the cheer effect as you need. There's a lot that I have access to, but the one that I'm using is actually in my key items. Key items. I think it's active effects, Jumbo Tender. This is great. I love this. You have to raise the Sabo Tender pet up to a Jumbo Tender, and it's not easy. It's one of the hardest ones I've done so far. And once I finally got him done and got his cheer effect, I killed him. I was done. I was so done with this guy. But his cheer effect's great. Look at this. Capacity 7% bonus. That's great. That's a whole bunch of quests that I don't have to do to get the same bonus, right? Because some of the quests in this game give you a capacity bonus now. So yeah, 7% tacked onto all that. Stacks with all that other stuff I've got going on. Mecho Mantle and all that. Movement speed 3%. Pretty good. Not bad. I'll take it. I can kite stuff a lot easier with this cheer effect on, and it's me that gets the movement speed bonus, not just by trust or anything stupid. But the trusts do get a regen 5 tick and a refresh 3 tick, which I think is amazing. That keeps their Orin just never runs out of mana, and if he does, like the refresh 3 is working. It's doing work. And if I had like a trust tank regen 5, I mean, there's no scholar in the party, and we're still regenning on the tank. Like, that's great. I like that. That's fantastic. Anyway, I made this video to talk to you guys about, you know, the dupe that went down in my last video, and we talked about that, and I'm very happy that it's resolved. And I'll end it here because, you know, point taken and all that. Thank you guys so much for tuning in today and watching my content. Please go ahead and log back into the game now if you were scared to do so before, because this issue has been fixed. So yeah, just stay away from those medals until it cools down and you're probably good to go, right? Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Peace out.